I thought I would do a study with me today on the weekend. I've seen these and I feel like they would look cool and I'd really like to try doing it. I think it would also help with my motivation, as much as I'm pretty sure people make these videos to make other people motivated, to make other people study. Not only will I be talking about like what I'm doing for each subject, which hopefully that helps, but I also think it helps to motivate me because I have to film it, so I actually have to do it. Not that I don't do it, but I just think on the weekends it could definitely be harder for people to be motivated to do it. If there's not school where you actually have to go, it's kind of like your own motivation and your own self-determination in a way. I've got a business 20 marker to start off with and then like a 4 and 6 marker, so I just want to get that out of the way. And then I've tried to break up today on my calendar with having business, then English, and then I'm pretty sure I did business again and then history. Like I'm trying to break it up, and I have moved stuff across today because it's Saturday. I do like to do more stuff on Sunday. So yeah, that's just what I've got today. I've got my essays in the morning. I definitely do like writing, and if I have to do essays, paragraphs, stuff like that in the morning compared to later in the afternoon. I prefer to do like quizzes or watching stuff. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a motivation thing too, if I just get it out of the way. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so it's 12:20. I've changed locations. That business 20 mark actually took me a lot longer than I expected, and then I made myself a coffee. Well, now I'm only spending an hour on this essay. I want it to be as timed as possible. I did do maybe 30 minutes of this already, and I've planned it. I plan too much. I've probably just got to get into it a bit more. But yeah, we'll see how far along I can do this. I kind of wish I kept going at this yesterday when I started, but that's okay. I've just finished my hour of doing my essay. I didn't finish. I finished one full paragraph and I nearly finished the last one, but I just didn't add any contextual information, which I probably should have done throughout. But I was just trying to get my analysis and everything in. So now I'm just going to go through and highlight everything. My teacher does get me to do this, but I do think it's a very good idea to do after you've finished writing your essay, to see what you have included. I do know I didn't add any contextual information in the end, because I added contextual information in my introduction, my second paragraph, and my first paragraph. It should be okay. Yeah, but at least I did get my main points across. I did think I actually did okay in the hour, but obviously, like I said, I already had 30 minutes or something beforehand starting writing. Well, I actually planned for like maybe like 40 minutes or something. I wrote for 20 minutes or something like that, or just under. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through highlight. I usually highlight obviously my topic sentences, where's the contextual information. Obviously this depends upon what essay you're actually doing. You might not need contextual information or stuff like that, or you might need extra like interpretations. I show where I've compared. I showed the close analysis, and when I'm in close analysis, so I would highlight the language technique, and then I would highlight the close analysis and like me analyzing what that technique does. Also highlight the discourse markers, so like however, furthermore, stuff like that, because this year I didn't use as many. I do understand the why now. Discourse markers, when you read it, it just sounds so much better. I think the issue for me too was, especially last year, after I wrote my essay, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I didn't really want to read through it. I wasn't much of a fan of writing essays, which I don't know if anyone really can be, unless you're obviously an author. But I now actually want to read over my essays. Just obviously once you read over them, you know there will be loads of edits, but just make sure you analyze what you're actually saying properly, because sometimes it doesn't come across. And again, your AO1, what AO1 says, clear and concise, your markers will give you marks as long as you're clear and concise. And I think this is also where kind of like this idea of having really like academic writing, which yes, obviously that will get you the top band, but if it doesn't make sense what you're saying, or you're using words incorrectly, it doesn't matter that the academic words are there. It doesn't work. So yeah, hopefully it won't take me longer than 30 minutes. I feel like that's a lot of time, but yeah, I don't mind doing this highlighting. I think it's kind of fun because I can listen to music, because when you're highlighting you don't really need to, in a way, take anything in. So yeah. Okay, so it's 2:08. I'm starting my business now. Preparing for my exam, I'm doing like all of these mind maps. I'm not very much a mind map type person. I see someone doing a mind map for business, so I thought, maybe I'll try it. Yeah, I usually just write in my really small books, which I need to get more of. I didn't realize that they were that small when I purchased them, because I didn't read the description. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm going to actually get Chatgpt to make me a decision tree, and then I have to calculate the stuff and then make an evaluation basically of what it means, because I've used up the ones in my student book. So all I basically do is I just take a screenshot of the one that was in my student book and then put it into ChatGPT and then say, can you just replicate this, but obviously a different question. I definitely was debating doing this or doing my history next, because I do like to space out all my different subjects, especially since I did do a 20 marker and all those questions this morning. But since it's writing, but yeah, it's just getting darker, especially since it was just raining. So I just kind of want to get this over and done with, and then the rest is all like quizzes and like reading and watching and stuff that I wanted to do today. I did drag my English across just because I'm just going to do double of it tomorrow. And that's the great thing about Google Calendar, because you don't have to do it all today, and then I can just drag it across and I can do it tomorrow then, and it's not the end of the world. I'm going to start now. Should only take me an hour. So yeah. Is 3:44. I was meant to start doing my history stuff at 4, but I think since I'm ahead of time, well, I'm not ahead of time. I could give myself a 30-minute break. I think when it gets later in the afternoon, I prefer to try and just like get it all done unless I really need a break. And there's a DoorDash special today. They have like giving away free bundle deals at 4, so I want to try like get done some history, so then like halfway through I can just like order it for my family. Yeah, I'm trying this new thing which I would like to make a video on. I've made a NotbookLM just dedicated to the past papers, and I thought this was so cool. My history teacher actually told me about it. But you take all the past papers, then you take all the mark schemes and everything, and you put it all in, and then you can ask it, okay, give me questions or give me past papers based on. So for example, for the American Revolution, say I'm talking about the start of the war, 1776, or tell me about independence, blah blah blah, if there's a question about that. And then you can actually put in the paragraph that you've written, and then they'll mark it based on the mark scheme, because you also put the mark scheme in. So I thought that was really cool. I'm gonna start doing that today, but I'm not gonna write an essay just because I've done lots of essays today. Instead, I'm just gonna do quizzes on it, and then I think there's something else I wanted to do on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna see how it works, and then I'll probably do an essay or something in a few days. currently 5:15. That did take me 15 more minutes, but I'm all done for today. I'm just gonna do a reading. It's like a short reading of The Yellow Wallpaper. It's about this woman who goes insane, and she's essentially trapped in this room. Apparently she's not trapped by her husband, and it was done like the 1800s, I'm quite sure, I think, because it inspired Margaret Atwood. and kind of like the first person narrative and the inner monologue. I'm going to end the video now because I just have to read, essentially. It's just on like this link. But yeah, I hoped everything that I did today was at least a bit motivational for you. Maybe I should film a Sunday because I usually do a bit more on, so I hope this was motivational. Yeah.